morning everyone. Today we are going to look out into our most important topic called as word formation in English. So we all know English language has evolved for so much, so many decades. And we all know where did English language evolve? I taught in first class. Evolved in England. First it was called as West Germanic language. So people from West Germany, they migrated to England and they started to get settled in England. So the language started to spread drastically all over the country. Soon it has become the national language of that particular country. And soon after the they started to colonize the countries all over the world. So English started to spread all over the world. So English actually meanwhile has borrowed so many terms from foreign languages. Say it might be a Latin or a Greek or a German, or even from Tamil it has borrowed a word. So we must learn the terminology of the root words first in order to at least arrive closer to the meaning of a word. For example, when it comes to root words, as I said, most of the words in English has been derived from these root words. For example, when it comes to tele, what does the term tele means? Distance. So there are so many terms which has this particular syllable in those words. For example, television, then telepathy, telephone. So this all corresponds to the name distance. So we have to watch television in a distance. So telephone is the people, you can communicate with the people who are away from us. So that again speaks about the distance. So what is chrono? So in Greek, chrono means time. So time element, okay. So there are several terms which has been derived from chrono, like chronology. Chronology is list of time events. Then chronicle. Chronicle again the important historical events. Then comes chronometer. What is chronometer? An instrument which helps to measure time. That is termed as chronometer. Then comes port. Port means to carry. So we have several words with the syllable port. So for example, import, carrying again, export, report, progress report. We call it progress report, right? So we call it as portable television. So easy to carry. So port means to carry. So once you understand the root word, you can arrive to the nearer meaning of that particular word or the terminology. For example, scribe. Scribe means to write. Okay. So we can, whom do you call as scribe? So we call the people those who write instead of a person. They are called as scribe. So we all know script, subscribe, prescribe. All these corresponds to word scribe. Scribe means to write. So once you understand root words, you can arrive to the nearer meaning of any word. Especially when it comes to reading comprehension, it will be very, very helpful. Then comes prefix. Most of the words in English actually, you can use a prefix. Prefix in the sense a syllable affixed prior to a word. So that is called as prefix. For example, can you form a word with in?
Inadequate.
Inadequate. In plus adequate. Got it? So it is a prefix word which gives an opposite meaning. It is not sufficient in the sense. So then
Unable.
Unable. So you lack the ability. Next comes
Discomfort.
discomfort. Very good. And disadvantage. So this all speaks a negative term. Next comes misunderstanding. Very good. Misplaced. Misplaced. Misbehavior. Good. Underestimate, underdeveloped. So this all conveys a kind of a negative meaning. So that then comes suffix. Suffix is a syllable which is attached after a word. Okay. So that you can find out the kind of word formation here in suffix. So for example, when we call it invite, it is a verb. What is a verb, children? What is a verb? It is an action word, right? So when you add T-I-O-N, shun here, it becomes invitation. So what is invitation now? It turns out to be noun. So you can form a kind of another word, different word using suffix. So next example, develop. Develop is a verb. So development, when it comes to development, men is state. That means state. So it corresponds to noun. Got it, all of you? So suffix helps us to change word from one form to another. Then comes compound words. We all learn compound words in schools, right? So we can give some examples. I have given only 2 examples here. So drawing, room. Drawing is a verb, room is a noun. Drawing plus room. drawing room is a word. So we can couple two words to form or construct a meaning here. And then comes dining table. Dining is a verb and table is a noun. Verb plus noun. Got it, all of you? Any examples?
Writing desk.
Writing desk, very good. Then
Dressing cupboard.
dressing cupboard, very good. Then, so there are n number of compound words used in English. So when it comes to blackboard, very good. Blackboard, when it comes to English language, so always you should remember when it comes to vocabulary knowledge. So first is root words, then comes prefix, then comes suffix, then comes
Compound words.
compound words. Okay, so I'll be giving some assignment under that. You have to complete within this week. Yes, thank you, students.
Thank you.